Hello everyone, so I will be discussing my reading goals for 2018, so let's get started. First off, let's talk about my Goodreads goal. So I set my Goodreads goal as to read 45 books. Last year I set it to read 40 books and I actually read 45. I always increase my reading goal a little bit each year. Another goal of mine is that I read a lot of YA books, and while I'm still going to continue reading those types of books, I also want to challenge myself to read more adult fiction. I own a lot of contemporary fiction and historical fiction novels, but I don't reach for them as much. So for each month, I want to pick at least one book that isn't YA and that goes against my usual reads. I want to challenge myself more as a reader, so this will help me read more classics or books that are much longer. I want to read books that are controversial or that I can have a big discussion about. Don't get me wrong, I can do that with YA, but most of the YA books I read are fun and lighthearted, and so this will give me a chance to really put myself out there and challenge myself. So last year, a booktuber by the name of Amy Vlogs About Books discussed in a video about diversity, and I will leave her video in the description below. In this, she discusses her top 10 most read authors, and she says that they're all white authors and mostly male. So this made me curious about my top 10 most read authors, and I came up with the same results. So my goal is to read more diverse books. So this includes about diverse characters or authors that are diverse. I want to read people from different ethnic backgrounds, people with different religious backgrounds, people who have different sexual orientations. I want to read books to see how they view the world. So I hope by reading someone who has a different background than myself, you can view the world from their eyes and learn new things. Another goal of mine is to take part in reading challenges. So I joined the Oh No They Didn't reading challenge because Oh No They Didn't is a guilty pleasure of mine. I go on there a lot. For January, it is to read a book that is being adapted into a movie or TV series in the year 2018. So I think this will help me find books that I don't think I would have read before. It will broaden my reading. My last reading goal is to write more about the books I read. Not only do I want to write reviews on Goodreads, but I also want to take notes as I'm reading. I already bought a notebook and have started this. I really want to remember the books I read and how I felt about the book as it was going. So I want to write down a scene that I really like and write down what that made me feel at the time, or even a scene that I didn't really like. So often I look back on books that I've read in the past and only remember bits and pieces of it, but with this I'm going to be able to remember most of it and how I felt and what I liked and what I didn't like. And I think this will be nice to look at when I'm much older and look in the year 2018 I read this many books and this is how I felt at that time, and then look back and be like, wow, I was a totally different person then. So I hope it's something I can continue doing. So those are all my goals in the year 2018. If you have any books you like to recommend by the goals I've set, like a book you think I should read that will challenge myself, or a book you think I should read that is about a diverse person or author, let me know in the comments. So like and subscribe, and I shall see y'all later. Bye!